What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires, and what a week for Marvel fans. Hype for Wakanda Forever now at an all-time high with the official pre-screeners and reactions going out. We also had two trailers, Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA, as well as a ton of confirmed news coming from industry insider trades. And it's one of those rumors and reports that we're going to focus on today surrounding an actor that has now been confirmed for the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA, but his role said to be heavily guarded. And while a lot of fans guess he's playing Reed Richards, I'm going to talk about who I think he's playing and why this is a huge reveal, not only for the film, but for the upcoming Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, how it may tie everything we've already seen in Phase 4 together, and this is why they're so heavily guarding his role. We're breaking down this latest confirmation, who the actor is, what was said, and who he's very well playing in the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report or theory video like we're doing today, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below that will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this broke less than 48 hours ago, late on Thursday night. It's now Saturday morning. In a headline exclusive from Variety, William Jackson Harper cast in Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA, where they go on to report, quote, William Jackson Harper has entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sources tell Variety the actor will appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA, though his role remains a closely guarded secret. Marvel declined to comment on his casting because, of course, they did. Now, it's important to note, when things come from Deadline, Variety, or The Hollywood Reporter, they're the most trusted in Hollywood trades. The reverence for what they report is a little bit higher than your normal Reddit rumor or even industry insider report. Their sources are beyond proven at this point, so this is as good as confirmed. And when hearing this, the Reddit theorists all joined in to say he must be playing a variant of Reed Richards, and then immediate reports started reporting on that rumor instead of just the actual confirmed news that the actor's in the film. And it really stems from the fact that a long time holding theory going back to 2019 is that the Fantastic Four and or Reed Richards would make their debut in the next upcoming Ant-Man film. Seriously, I had videos on this literally 3 years ago. But now, knowing what we do all these years later about Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA, it's pretty clear that one of the main purposes of this film, other than completing the trilogy and advancing Ant-Man and Scott Lang's arc, is to build out the intentions, motivations, and really, in all, the character, the big bad Kang that's to come eventually in the next Avengers film, Kang Dynasty. And in that, I expect this film to really show his point of view a lot in the way Infinity War did for Thanos. And it's through that lens, when thinking about who William Jackson Harper could be playing, that to me, if he's playing Richards, it's not Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, rather one of the initial variants of Kang that He Who Remains pointed out when we first meet this character, none other than Nathaniel Richards. Now, without making this as complicated as it could be, because Nathaniel Richards, like Kang, is a time traveler and his story has a ton of crazy twists. We're not sure what the MCU is going to do for that character or these storylines anyway, especially in Phase 4. They seem to be picking and choosing, making hodgepodges out of characters, narratives, story arcs, and you know what? I'm totally okay with them doing this. I am not complaining. I don't want them to follow the comics beat for beat, or else we'd all know exactly what's going to happen. But Nathaniel Richards, as was pointed out by He Who Remains, Nathaniel Richards is one of the initial variants of Kang that starts this entire thing. And you have to remember, back when Kang introduced this idea, He Who Remains introduced this idea, he said long ago in the 31st century. How could the 31st century be long ago? Well, if time's a circle, it actually could be in the past, in the future, in the past. Again, this gets complicated, and as someone who studied a lot of philosophy in their lifetime, you have to be pragmatic about it. Existential philosophy is only as good as you allow it to be. It can end up driving you nuts asking why we're here when it really doesn't matter. We're already here. The same thing applies to things like string theory and multiversal existence. Talking about the infinite U's in the multiverse only matters if you figure out a way for it to apply. And as far as the MCU goes, they've already proven they're not playing by the same rules of time travel and multiverse travel that we've already seen in the comics. So until the MCU establishes some of those ground rules with which we can theory craft, and I'm assuming that'll happen in QUANTUMANIA, coming up with theories about all of this and the time travel, it's all kind of moot. The important takeaway, though, is that Nathaniel Richards spent a ton of time on the run and hiding out in different multiverses. He eventually was on Earth 6311 where he was hiding, and on the run hiding impossible places like the quantum realm. There are crazy storylines where because of his multiverse travel, he ends up pulling a ton of him into his own locality, and Immortus, another version of Kang, makes them have a battle royale deathmatch where only one of them can survive. There's another very famous storyline where he goes back in time to try to save mutant humanity because a future possible Earth conclusion has Sentinels wiping out all the mutants, which would include Reed's son Franklin Richards. Again, he spends a lot of time in other realities, other timelines, other multiverses, and because he does that, he's constantly coming into contact with other versions of characters and himself. That means to me that if they're guarding this character, if they don't want anyone to know who he is, it's because he's playing Nathaniel Richards. We're going to get to see one of the initial variants who may have been hiding out in the quantum realm. And look, this isn't just because they want to introduce him. There is a very important reason he needs to be introduced, because I think it's very clear that there are certain Kangs who are on the side of defeating the Kangs that they deem to be super evil. We heard that from He Who Remains. Some of the Kangs got along in the beginning, and some of them decided to go to war, because in the multiverse of Kangs, some of them are going to be completely different than the ones that we're introduced to along the way. But Nathaniel Richards is sort of the balance to what we'll see from the version of Kang the Conqueror, the warrior, the version that we've already seen in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania's trailer. I know some people have argued that they might be different Kangs. I don't think the one we see in the trailer is different. I think that is the same Kang the entire time, but I think the idea of getting introduced to variant Kangs, including this Nathaniel Richards, is very likely, and that's why I think it's very clear that William Jackson Harper will be playing Nathaniel Richards in the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you agree with me and think he could be playing Nathaniel Richards. Let me know if you disagree and think he'd be a better Reed Richards, and for the future of that, I am all ears. Of course, William Jackson Harper is a rather young man comparatively to some of the older Reed Richards we've seen, and if he is playing Nathaniel Richards, you would expect Nathaniel Richards to be a little bit older, as has been his portrayal in the comics. But again, we have no idea what they're planning to do, and I expect a lot of the details from the comics to change between now, when these scripts are written, and when the movies actually come out. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away PlayStation 5s. The next milestone is 1 million subscribers, which we are picking up steam headlong into, could easily hit by next month's end or the end of the year. So if you want to be entered to win for the PlayStation or any of the other giveaways at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, not by WhatsApp scammers in the comments asking you to hit them up on Telegram. And by the way, YouTubers will never ask you to pay for shipping, so whether you get a spammer on my channel or the other channels, they're rampant on YouTube right now. Guys, stay vigilant on that. We will never ask you for $1 if you win a prize in any of these YouTube channels. Not me, not any of the other giveaways. Keep that in mind. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple other places. Instagram and Twitter. You can find me at IamFires. You can also find my original music under All Fires on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music. Also across FM stations in the US. And if you happen to hear my song make an entrance on one of your local FM stations, it's a station you listen to a lot, go ahead and tweet them or text them or hit them up in the DMs and let them know you want to hear it some more. I really appreciate it, guys. I love y'all. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.